Hey there, Trevor here from Double Bill Movies. Well, I've got quite a big haul for you. Been getting quite a few titles recently, and so I thought I'd show you. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I've actually shown this one before, but I'll show it again anyway. I think I got this brand new on eBay for not a bad price because it's been out a while and it's quite a sort of a limited edition. It's actually a video nasty as well, and that is Human Experiments. So like I said, managed to get it brand new with the slip and all that, so I'm happy. I finally managed to track down a version of Smokey and the Bandit from the US with a slipcase. Don't know why our UK one didn't have it, but it didn't, so I wanted a US one. Watched it a little while ago and it's a great fun film. To me, kind of the catalyst for the Dukes of Hazzard series from the late 70s, early 80s, which was one of my favourite. But yes, this is a great film. And there's actually two others as well, which I'd sort of forgotten about. So they might come out on 4K at some point, I don't know. Now, I think on various holidays and things, and in charity shops, I've picked up various horror films and whatnot for cheap, just to try them out, see what they're like. And I picked up this DVD and I watched it not so long ago. I liked it that much that I found myself a Blu-ray, and I managed to get one with a slip, funny enough, from an online charity shop. So that was kind of cool. So I think I paid like £5 for this. That included postage and package. Couple of films I managed to get free. A friend of mine sent me some pictures to say that his mate was getting rid of some titles. Did I want any? And I was prepared to pay money. And I looked through the pictures, and most of them I already had, but there was a couple, and they had slips, and they were only Blu-rays, and I thought, you know what, I'll have those. Now there is a 4K disc, so if I really enjoy the film, I'll probably upgrade it to 4K. But it is Now You See Me. Haven't seen this one before, but I've been interested in seeing it. So at some point soon I'll get around to watching it. Then I always knew there was another one. There might even be a third one of these. But I had the first Percy Jackson film on Blu-ray. So I managed to get the second one. And again, didn't pay a penny for it. It's in really good condition and it comes with a slip. Okay, so had a bit of an 88 delivery the other day. I shall go through those now. One of them I've watched, so I've already opened this one, but I'll open the others in front of you. So I'm going to do a review on this because it's not actually out apparently until the 9th of December. But I've got the Arrow, talking about 88. 88's SKU of From Beyond. Now I think it's Vinegar Syndrome that have done this in the US, so I imagine 88 worked with them to get this, because pretty sure somewhere it's got Vinegar Syndrome on it. But yeah, so I'll tell you what, I'll do like more of an unboxing type thing when I do the review. I've got my photos from my screenshots and everything, so I'll try and get onto that soon. There we go, From Beyond. Now, the latest one in the Slasher Collection series. Now, for some reason, it jumps from 52 to 54. And yes, this is spy number 54, and it's Mortuary. Another film I haven't seen, but I'm looking forward to seeing this one. What year is that? 1982. So let's get into this, shall we? Yeah, I kind of remember reading somewhere about what happened to number 53. I think they had some kind of rights issue, so they had to sort of pull it, and so who knows, hopefully they'll sort that out and we don't end up with a gap in our collection. But as you can see, I've got all the others, and there's probably a couple stacked there as well, because I ran out of space on the shelf. But there we go. Really cool slipcover for this one. I imagine it's got some reversible art, so let's have a look and get it changed over. So there's the disc, which is upside down. They're obviously sticking with these black cases now as opposed to the original red ones they used to have. Nice little booklet. And yes, let's get... so the reversible art just takes away the age certificate. So this means to me that they didn't have permission to do anything else with any artwork. So they are restricted by the license they get. So I'll swap it over and get rid of the age certificate. And there's my neighbour's dog. So you'll have to listen to Snafu. Can't shut him up, unfortunately. Lovely little dog, but can be a bit noisy sometimes. So there we go. Mortuary. Now 88 seem to be starting lots of new different lines of late. So we've had the Tegon collection, which I've only got some of. I'm not fussed about all of them. But so far they've got two on another kind of label, PFD, which is Planet Film Distribution, I think. I haven't got my glasses on, but anyway. Yeah, so the two films out so far are The Night of the Big Heat, which I haven't seen, and Island of Terror, which I also haven't seen. But they've both got this lovely black spine. Again, I probably won't collect them all unless I really like all the different films. I'm not going to get pulled into collections. You know, the slasher collection is the only one I've gone for every single one. Even my Italian collection is definitely not complete. Although I have seen that the very first one, which I think is that there, The Night Train Murders, is actually coming out in 4K to celebrate 10 years, 88 films. Can you believe that? And I've been collecting them almost from the start, probably about year 2 or 3. So there's that one. Island of Terror. It's nice artwork actually. And that does have reversible art, so I can turn it around. I always turn it around when you know, when it's got a slip cover on. What's the point of having the same artwork? But yeah, let's get that in there. There is a booklet. Really cool artwork on that. Planet Film Productions. Why is that PFD? Well, it's the distribution, so yes, I was right. Planet Film Distribution. Didn't need my glasses. So there we go. There's Island of Terror. Put it back in that lovely slipcover. And then let's get The Night of the Big Heat open. It does seem that the Hammer Studios and these Tegon Productions and everything just use the same pool of actors, and you know, actors aren't going to necessarily turn down jobs if they can, and unless they're contracted to a certain studio and they can't go and work anywhere else. But you know, by then I think a lot of these actors were big enough they could do what they wanted. So same again, booklet. Let's change the artwork over. I don't know why I got From Beyond so early. I'm pleased, and I may not be the only person, but like I said, I want to get a review out before it's released. There's the booklet. And there's the original artwork. Bit weird, I suppose, but hey, it's well, maybe it's not the original artwork, but just a different artwork. Then I think I saw this in a haul that Bumper had from Bumper's Movies, and I thought, that sounds interesting. It's got Klaus Kinski in it, and it's a 70s horror film. So I put an order in for it, when I get the cellophane off, it is Crawl Space. Again, I've not seen any of these films before, so it's been a lot of brand new watching for me. And as fast as I'm trying to get through my watch pile, I keep adding to it, so it's very hard to sort of bring it down. I've managed to bring it down to 580 something from over 600. So so I think this has got a poster in here. There's a poster there. Let's get it open, shall we? So there's the new artwork. There's the original artwork. So yes, you know, these labels are only allowed to do what their license permits them to do. So if you find a film, so Detox has got nothing but the artwork that they've released, and I'm guessing they just weren't allowed to do any more than that. No reversible art, nothing. I think it's got an inner print, but not. So yes, they are restricted to the license. Well, that's a pretty cool different set of covers. There's two different sets of artwork. We've got that one, it's actually the back, and we got that one. So now you can see why I was quite interested in it. Starting to get quite a collection of Klaus Kinski films. Oops, haven't made a very good pile, and they're all falling over. Right, let's get that as well. So we've been waiting for this for a while, and finally the BFI have been able to release their version on 4K of Warship Down. This is a terrifying cartoon. I brought it on DVD some years ago, and it took me 5 or 6 years to even sit and watch it, because how it tormented me as a child. Now obviously it's not a child's cartoon as such, but I did find that every time it was on the TV I wanted to watch it. I kind of wanted to be scared, because I knew that obviously the good rabbits beat the bad rabbits, and that sort of thing. But yes, to see the blood and the drooling and all that sort of stuff, and just the aggression, it's kind of weird when you're a kid to see that sort of thing. Having seen all sorts of like Bugs Bunny cartoons and Tom and Jerry, yes, there's lots of violence in there, but not in the same way this is depicted. So now I got it from the website, the BFI website, and if you did that, you got this exclusive pin badge. So yes, through the website is the only way you can get this pin badge. Now my friend who works at the BFI said that he wasn't expecting it to sell out, so if you really want this pin to go with your 4K, then make sure you get it direct from the BFI. Of course that helps them out much more than if you get it through HMV or Amazon or somewhere like that. And I'm always up for supporting HMV, but I try and avoid Amazon where I can. Now, I'll just carry on as they are. Okay, so the last time I was in HMV, I still kind of think I did a video on this, but I couldn't see it in my videos, so maybe I never put it up or what, I don't know. But anyway, so I finally picked up this version of Terminator 2 on 4K. Now I have had a quick glance at this. I haven't actually watched it yet. I can 100% see what people talk about with the waxy faces and all that kind of stuff, but I didn't find it unwatchable. The colour palette was nice, so to me, yes, it's watchable, but hey, I think there is in the works a director's cut, new 4K coming out, so I imagine it will be done the same way as this one. Now, I've done a review on this. Clearly it's an upscale from the 2K master that was used to create the 2012 Blu-ray. which will be a different master, I imagine, to, well, no, I know it will be because it says remastered. So the master that was used to create the 2006 US Blu-ray, the remaster, you know, it's been remastered, so it's a different master for the 2012 one. But that master would have been used to create this. Now, I checked the Blu-ray after a comment that was made on my video, which has done really well, actually. You know, I gained some quite a few new subscribers, so welcome to you all. And the video noise, not grain, the video noise on the Blu-ray was horrendous, especially on my big screen. So it may not be quite so visible on a TV, which is small and concentrated, but blown up on my big screen, the Blu-ray looks awful. Yes, there's a lot of video noise in this, but when you realise where it's come from, the film stock wasn't the best in the first place, and this is an upscale from a 2K master. This is massively impressive 4K. Anyway, I urge you to go and watch that review if you haven't seen it yet. And when I finally get around to watching this, I'll give you my thoughts on that as well. So yes, my wife and I actually spent quite a bit in HMV. I'll show you what she got first. She paid for a couple of trilogies, and they were the Oceans trilogy. Pretty cool films, these. You know, the first one's the best out of the three for sure, but I saw them in there with a slip, so nice slim packaging, 3 films, that's all I need. And then I'm glad I waited. We managed to get the Beverly Hills Cop trilogy. Who knows if we get the 4th one on 4K. I hope we do, because I really enjoyed it. It's definitely far better than number 3 on this, but I still quite like number 3, you know. Obviously it was missing a couple of key characters, and it just didn't have the same chemistry as 1 and 2. But yeah, that was nice to get that in a nice slim box. Then I saw Planes, Trains and Automobiles with a slip. Now I know there was a lot of controversy around this, so I shall see on my projector how it looks, and whether I think all those YouTube channels are talking rubbish. But hey, I could be wrong and they could be right, so who knows, we'll see. Now I've got the photos on my phone for when I watch this, and I need to do a video review on it. And it is Friday the 13th part 2 on 4K. So yeah, I think the picture quality on Friday the 13th is better, but yeah, when I get to the review we'll see, shall we? A film that's just been remade, and I have zero interest in the remake whatsoever, and that's kind of a shame really, but yes, it is Brandon Lee in The Crow. I need to see this on 4K. I did watch it on my mates, but we were both kind of talking, so we weren't really paying attention to the screen very much. It did look really cool from what I could see, but I wanted to watch it on my setup and give it a really good pricey, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. Trying to use fancy words. Now, a film that I watched the other night and I was quite impressed with. It's a little bit weird because it's kind of follows on from Bumblebee, which is actually a soft reboot right in the middle of the Transformers franchise. And this one is Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Yeah, not a bad film. You have to remember that these are actually aimed at a younger audience. And us sort of fans that remember watching the original cartoon and had some of the toys and everything. You know, I certainly had an Optimus Prime with his trailer and stuff like that. I can't remember what else I had, but it was a long time ago now. But I quite enjoyed this film. I thought it was pretty good. Now, another film made from a classic British TV series, actually, and that is The Man from U.N.C.L.E. And I haven't seen it. I wanted to see it when it was in the cinema because I thought, hey, it's going to look pretty cool. Yeah, I just, when I did an Arrow haul purchase, I thought I'd get this. And then, of course, you may have seen my review for Twister. So at some point, I should be able to do a review for Twisters. I haven't seen it yet, so looking forward to seeing it. My wife would like to watch it, so it's when we're both in the mood to sit down and watch this. We'll give it a spin, shall we? Then I had this, well, I still have it, it's in my hand. Look, see? Slumber Party Massacre 1 and 2 on 4K from Shout Factory. And what's a bit bizarre, and I wonder if it's some kind of weird mistake, is you've got 4 discs. No, you've got 3 discs. Get off. So 1 and 2 on 2 separate Blu-rays. Smaller file than the 4K. Yeah. Then you've got 1 and 2 on 1 4K disc. That was a bit bizarre. I kind of get the impression it was meant to be around the other way. I don't know why. It does seem very bizarre that they did it that. So anyway, thankfully someone came to the rescue, and that hero was 101 Films. And they have released their own box set of the 2 films, and what do you know, they come on separate 4Ks. So you've got a nice booklet here, and then you got the 2 films there, and they equally come with Blu-rays in, and Shout Factory are mentioned, so they got the material from Shout Factory, but they decided to give us 2 separate 4Ks, and I quite enjoyed them. They're pretty good. Excuse me. So yes, that's how you're supposed to do it, and also with the nice box as well. So I shall be passing this on, so it's free to someone. If not free, you've got to pay for it, but to a good collector's home if you want it. And there you go. So that's my haul. Quite a lot of titles, and some of them I've obviously started watching, but some of them I can't wait to get around to watching. All the films I'm watching of late are films I haven't seen before because I want to get my watch pile down, and thankfully this weekend for me is a 4-day weekend because my day off from work has been Friday for the last couple of weeks, and then next week it swaps to Monday, so there you go. I get a nice 4-day weekend. Anyway, give us a thumbs up. I hope you like that. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you go and check out my playlists. If you come across this, I'm not a haul video, a haul channel. I do mostly reviews, call them the big screen reviews because they're watched on my projector on my big screen, and which you probably saw in the opening sequence of this video. And yeah, I've got so many different things for you to look at and learn about how these discs are made, because I used to work in the industry making these discs. Spent 10 years doing it, and it was great fun to do. But then also, because of one of those jobs was at Pinewood Studios, I've got a virtual tour of Pinewood Studios. Now it means you have to buy some films if you don't already have them in your collection, and you sit and watch the film in the comfort of your own home. But then if you use my video to accompany you, I can then describe what's on screen and tell you whereabouts in Pinewood you are. And all the videos manage to go around the grounds in a certain way. So it would be literally as if I was walking you around myself. Wish I could do that, but I can't. So it's the best I could do. But yes, there's a few little mini films in there that I've made where I do some silly acting and that sort of stuff. And one a couple of videos ago was a bit of acting, as well as showing the process of filmmaking and that sort of thing. So anyway, before I start waffling, take it easy and I'll see you soon.